At just 20, Tyson first challenged for the heavyweight title, a historic milestone. His opponent Bobik, the Ali Terminator, had fought Holmes, beaten Thomas, and humiliated Ali post-fight. As Ali's loyal fan, Tyson vowed to avenge his idol. Debuting at 19, Tyson's record was terrifying. 27 wins, 25 KOs in just 20 months. Most opponents couldn't survive the first round. Bobik was surprised by Tyson's maturity, showing arrogance during their face-off. Tyson responded coolly, as if announcing Bobik's demise. The fight began with Tyson's bobbing, weaving, and pressing, landing a thunderous backhand. Tyson's assault was fierce, putting Bobik in a dire defensive situation. Tyson continued striking relentlessly, while Bobik struggled to respond. When Bobik tried to jab, Tyson countered forcefully. Bobik clearly struggled to match Tyson's speed and rhythm. Bobik caught a gap in Tyson's offense, wildly swinging, but causing no damage. Tyson's lightning-fast fists were hard for Bobik to defend against. Bobik tried using his size to fend off Tyson, but couldn't stop the onslaught. Tyson landed another heavy backhand, stunning and provoking Bobik. Facing Bobik's taunt, Tyson mercilessly responded with 2 through crushing headshots. Tyson's skill was astounding. He controlled the fight, making Bobik's moves seem slow motion. Bobik was already teetering in the face of Tyson's series of combinations, and Tyson's attacks were everywhere, whether it was a hook, uppercut, or anything else, all of which hit Bobik's massive back. On this stage, the young Tyson is almost invincible. Some people question Bobik's ability, but this was not Bobik's inadequacy, but that Tyson at his peak was so powerful that it overshadowed his opponent. The ringing of the game gave Bobik a respite for the time being, but he did not restrain himself and provoked Tyson more aggressively. Finally, Bobik's actions infuriated the young Tyson and made him completely lose his mind. Heading into the second round, Bobik started with a tentative punch only before being met with a swift counterattack from Tyson. Immediately afterwards, Tyson launched an offensive. With the power of a thunderous army and a series of heavy punches tilted down like a storm, directly knocking Bobik to the ground. Bobik, who fell to the ground, quickly stood up, signaled to the referee that he was fine, and covered up his inner embarrassment through various gestures, and the game continued. Tyson took advantage of the victory and threw 2 hooks in a row that made Bobik falter, and could only hold on tightly to Tyson, trying to fend off the opponent's attack with his arm strength. At this time, Tyson was at the peak in terms of power, speed, and control of the game. In the face of such a Tyson, who can compete with it? In the face of Bobik's entanglement, Tyson decisively landed heavy head blows, a series of muscle abdominal punches and hooks, and finally took him down with a hook. Bobik, who fell to the ground, struggled on the ground trying to get up again, but his body was no longer able to control, as if he was a drunken madman. The world was spinning, his legs were weak. He couldn't breathe. He couldn't breathe. Unable to 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 breathe. Unable